If you can't decide between the 16mm and the 56mm, go get the one in the middle. Like for real. That's what happened to me. And for like 3 months, I've been using the Sigma 30mm F1.4 for both photography and videography. I'd say no regrets. And here, ladies and gentlemen, are the 5 reasons why. Reason number 1, the size is just perfect for me. Not too big, not too small. It's compact and lightweight, especially if I compare this to my other lens, the Sony 18-105. So whenever I need to go out for quick errands, you may think it's weird, but yes, this is practically my go-to lens. Reason number 2, it has an excellent autofocus. Not perfect, but excellent. In fact, I find the autofocus on this lens better than that of the 18-105 from Sony. Although I have to mention that there are times that it also haunts the subject, but nevertheless, in most situations, it's fast, smooth, and accurate. Reason number 3, the image sharpness. This has always been a fact. Prime lenses tend to give sharper image quality than zoom lenses. And this lens is a living proof of that. Living proof? Anyway, I don't pixel peep or whatsoever, but somehow sometimes it is indeed noticeable. For comparison purposes, here are samples for your reference. Without zooming in, difference may not be a big deal. Well, at least for me. But it's a different story when we zoom in. Nonetheless, I guess for socials, both are acceptable. But for clients, the Sigma is the way to go. I like that rhyme. Acceptable, way to go. Reason number 4, the big elephant in the room, the f1.4 aperture. f1.4. Let that sink in for a moment. That alone makes this lens a top contender. Since it can open that wide, this lens is capable for low light situations. Like literally when the sun's down, it's automatically the Sigma's time to shine. Hence, you have to take note that if you use this in broad daylight, the f1.4 is quite a struggle. So I highly recommend using a variable ND filter. In addition, if you find yourself craving for that bokeh effect or that blurry background, this lens is more than reliable. For photography, I was surprised that even at taking whole body shots, this lens could still provide that bokeh effect. And of course, if it did well with the whole body shots, you can expect no less for portraits. I could still go on, like it's also good for landscape, street, and even thumbnail photography, if there's such a thing. For videography, I might be exaggerating, but I feel like I can make a commercial, a coffee commercial, using this lens. I know, still a long way to go, but you get the point. Lastly, reason number 5, and this I think is the most underrated and the most overlooked feature of this lens, the field of view. Some say it's half baked, but I think Sigma was very intentional, making one wide, one tight, and one right on the sweet spot. For what I do, talking headshots, casual photography, cinematic videos, etc., I'd say I really made the right choice. For talking headshots, I would prefer a wider angle lens if I want a chill, laid-back, informal kind of look. But if I want a more serious, formal type of atmosphere, I would use the 30mm. For cinematic videos, I would always pick this over any wide-angle lens for more realistic and overall natural feel. You might be asking, how about for handheld vlogging? Well, besides the fact that I'm not really into it, I don't think that this focal length is really meant for that. Unless you're fine having your face occupying 80% of the screen, then go for it. Lastly, I recently made a video entirely shot on this lens. Link in the description box below. There you go, folks. As much as I want to tell you just the good things, I should say that this lens is far from perfection. lack of IBIS would be the #1 flaw. Nevertheless, choosing this over the 16 or the 56mm has been super satisfying so far. Like I get to enjoy both worlds, not too zoomed in, not too zoomed out. But don't get me wrong, given the chance, of course, I'd get all three. By the way, I also made a review about the Sony A10105. If you haven't seen that yet, link in the description box below as well. As I end, if you're getting a thing or two from this video, please do like and subscribe to my channel for more not super technical, but rather practical approach to gadgets and technologies. Until then, thank you for watching.